top 5 cryptocurrencies. I'm going to go to the next few, and there's a specific reason I want to go down to the top 10.
Polkadot is another one that I'm looking at because, according to the information that I have, that's another third generation crypto where it's more able to be programmed. Like
Which one?
Polkadot.
Yes. So here's where I'm going to, you just made me think of something I wanted to say earlier. So how to choose a cryptocurrency to invest in. There are what I'm going to say, the original cryptocurrencies on the market are platform cryptocurrencies. In other words, they are the original blockchains, and they have their own cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was the original blockchain. Its cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. Ethereum is a blockchain. Its original cryptocurrency is Ether. Let's see what else we have in here. Cardano is an original blockchain written in Haskell or something like that, and its cryptocurrency is ADA. Polkadot, I know for sure, is also a development platform. It's its own platform, and its cryptocurrency is DOT. So some people believe that the best way to invest is to select just the cryptocurrencies that are based on platforms, not cryptocurrencies that are built on top of those platforms. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
And I used to know how to tell this thing to tell me which ones were, they've changed the way this is organized, so I don't know how to easily go find what I want to show you. Yeah, this is not telling me what I want to know. So I don't know how to find it quickly. Categories, if the categories were to tell me, see NFTs, that tells you all the NFTs. I'm wishing something would tell me just the protocols. That's the Near protocol. So it's not telling me what I want to know, unfortunately. So you can Google blockchain platforms, and you can find out when you look at cryptocurrency to know whether it's built on some other platform or whether it's its own cryptocurrency. For example, Tether. Tether, I'm 99% pretty sure is and I will go search Google that myself, is an ERC20 token. So what does that mean? It means Tether is a cryptocurrency that was built on top of the Ethereum platform. And yes, it would appear that that is true. So each one of these platforms, you can, most of them, not all of them, many of these platforms, you can go in and create your own cryptocurrency on top of that platform. We generally call cryptocurrencies created on top of another blockchain tokens. We tend to call the original cryptocurrencies created by the platform coins, crypto coins versus crypto tokens. Now, I have noticed over the years that terminology is not as popular as it used to be, but I still use it to help people recognize when a cryptocurrency is something that was built on top of another platform versus being the original crypto from a platform. XRP is another cryptocurrency of its own platform, but I don't believe you can create cryptocurrencies on top of XRP. So the ones question? The ones I want to talk about next are this Dogecoin and Shiba Inu.
Can everybody mute themselves because I'm definitely getting some echo. Thanks.
Good idea. So these next two coins that I want to talk about, that I cannot believe these are in the top 10. These are what are called meme coins. And they're very, very popular right now. And I honestly don't know why. I know that Dogecoin got popular because Elon Musk started talking about it and made it sound like he was going to accept Dogecoin, on his Tesla. You could buy a Tesla with Dogecoin, which, as far as I know, he hasn't done that. Dogecoin, I think, was a fork of Bitcoin. I'd have to double check that. Let me Google it real quick and give you some accurate information. Dogecoin is a fork of something, and I think it's a fork of Bitcoin. Now, I'm not going to get into forks right now. Let's just leave it that it wasn't created from scratch like Bitcoin was or like Ethereum was. I'm not sure that I'm finding real quickly. Yes, Dogecoin, a fork of Bitcoin. Yes, so Dogecoin was a fork of Bitcoin, which means that it has many of the same characteristics as Bitcoin. It could be used as a payment platform, just like Bitcoin was supposed to be. And so there are many people around the world that think Dogecoin is going to step up and become a payment platform that Bitcoin was supposed to be, but never did. Now, Dogecoin has some issues with their management, I believe, the company that's behind it, or the developers that are behind it. I've talked to some people that really, really believe in Dogecoin. I haven't done a ton of research on it, and I got to tell you, I would never buy a cryptocurrency that was mainly a meme coin. Shiba Inu is another meme coin they're basically, in my opinion, trying to mimic Dogecoin. They have their meme coins that are about the Shiba Inu dog. That's their logo, both of them. The Shiba Inu dog is their logo. So I'm only bringing this up because they're in the top 10. And Dogecoin right now is only 26 cents, and the Shiba Inu coin is less than a penny. How on earth did it get to be the top 10? It has to do with how they do this market cap and the circulating supply and all that. And I haven't done the research to figure out how they calculate that. And I will do that at some point. I've read about it, but I can't tell you off the top of my head exactly how they do it. I would not buy these two coins, even though they're in the top 10, and they're obviously very cheap. They swing high and they swing low very quickly because in my opinion, there's not a lot of value there. They don't do a lot. They don't have a lot of use cases. So that was sort of a long answer to your question about what to buy, Randy. But that question allowed me to cover lots of different things. You're muted, remember.
I was just saying this is great. I feel this is such a good introduction.
Oh, very good. Well, I'll tell you, if I had a little bit of money to spend and I didn't know what crypto to buy, I would definitely buy a little bit of Bitcoin. I'd buy some Cardano. That's me. And I like Ethereum. It's just so dang expensive at times. There's so much going on with it. There's so many ERC20 tokens out there, but it is so expensive that I actually stopped buying cryptocurrencies that are built on top of Ethereum because I can't stand dealing with the fees. And Chainlink is one. I have owned Chainlink for a long time. I unfortunately sold a little bit too soon. I bought some Link because it is I think Chainlink is an Oracle, isn't it? I'm not 100% prepared to tell you everything that there is to know about crypto. And Chainlink is, I think, an Oracle. Yeah, blockchain oracles for hybrid smart contracts. Yes, Chainlink is an Oracle, which means that it was designed to help pull real world information and make it available to smart contracts in the blockchain. And they're doing a very good job of what they do because it's a very popular cryptocurrency, and I do own some of it.
Is it in the top 10?
Chainlink is pretty high, but I don't think it's in the top 10. No, it is. We'll go down a little bit further and see where it shows up. You'll see the USDC coin. That's another stable coin. And Chainlink is in the top 15.
I have a question. I heard that there's a lot of work going on to get to with the Ethereum chain so that the gas fees are going to be eliminated or made smaller? Do you know anything about that and what the situation is?
Yes. So right now, Bitcoin and Ethereum are a proof of work blockchain. Proof of work means that everybody, these computers are doing work to decide which one of those computers is going to have the privilege of adding the next block to the blockchain. When one of these computers solves this little math equation to determine if it's the one that gets to put the next block on the blockchain, when they do that, they get rewarded in the currency of that platform. So in Bitcoin, they get rewarded Bitcoin. On Ethereum, they get rewarded Ether. So those proof of work blockchains are very limited in their ability to grow in number of transactions. And so because of that, somebody along the line, I don't know who developed the very first one, but there was what's called a proof of stake methodology for creating blockchains. Polkadot may have been one of the first ones, because I know that the founder of Polkadot was also one of the original founders of Ethereum. Gavin Wood, I believe is his name. So Polkadot is worth taking a look at. They're doing some amazing things with Polkadot. It's so complex with their parachains, it's hard for me to keep up with all the technology. But what Ethereum is been in the process of developing is moving away from proof of work to proof of stake. When they move away from proof of work to proof of stake, then the fees should drop dramatically. That's the plan. Because the reason the fees are so high right now is there's so many transactions that the miners get to pick and choose which transactions that they want to add to the blockchain based on the fee that they're going to get for doing so. So if you don't have a high enough fee, they're going to ignore you at times. They might ignore your transaction because, you know, why go for the bottom of the barrel when you can make buku bucks from. It's about supply and demand.
Do you have any idea about when it's going to be proof of stake?
No, that's another $1 million question.
Right, because I keep hearing it's going to happen, but
yeah. Some people would call the proof of stake Ethereum blockchain vaporware, which means it only lives in the ethers. There's no idea when it's going to be out. It could be another year, it could be 2 years. They did make recently, you might try going to their website and see if they have a roadmap. Because I know that they had some kind of an upgrade to the blockchain that I thought came out this year, which says that they are making strides towards proof of stake. Now, this is a great little article I found here. Let me put it over on this screen so you can see it. The 3 phases of Ethereum's 2.0 Serenity upgrade. This was done in June 2021. So I know that they had an upgrade that happened, and I don't remember which one it was. Building more secure, user-friendly, scalable. You can go read this article if you want. All I did was type in Ethereum roadmap to proof of stake, and this was one of the top things that came up. I have no idea, and as far as I know, nobody has any idea when it's going to be completed. But they are making strides. I'm going to quickly scroll down and see if there's a little bit of a roadmap that's more visual, and there isn't. So they are making strides because something else came out this year to move them to the next step. And I don't remember what it was. I'd have to research it or at least look it up and find the name. Does that help at all?
Yes. I didn't know either. I also had a question, if now's a now that we're on Ethereum, about staking. I know that Coinbase has offered staking for Ethereum, but it seems to be different than staking for some of the other coins that they offer, which you just don't do anything.
You cannot.
What's that?
Sorry. You cannot stake on Ethereum right now because Ethereum is not a proof of stake platform yet. It's in development. So they're talking about Ethereum proof of stake because they want people to lock up their coins. I don't remember why. I did some research on it a while back. I can't remember. I think if you have like 30 or 35 or 34, something like that, Ether, that you're supposed to be able to do staking on the Ethereum network. Well, until the proof of stake network is created, there is no staking to be done. Right now, people that are trying to do staking on Ethereum, they're just locking up their crypto. And I don't remember the reason why anybody would want to do that, but it's being locked up in a contract, I think, of some kind, and they can't access it for like a couple of years. And supposedly they're going to maybe get some return on their money if they do this, but it's all vaporware. The Ethereum proof of stake doesn't exist yet, so I wouldn't touch it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It is a promise that you can't touch it for whatever amount of time, but as you say, that might be a long amount.
But Bitcoin is, right? Bitcoin
Bitcoin does not have staking. You cannot stake.
really?
Staking only happens on a proof of stake blockchain. What did I say Bitcoin and Ethereum are?
Platforms.
Proof of work platform.
Oh.
So if it's a proof of work platform, there is no staking to be had. Okay, so let's talk about a proof of stake platform that you can stake on.
What does that mean, stake?
Let me see if I can try to explain that. Remember I said on blockchain, on Bitcoin, when the computer answers the question right, they're able to put the next block on the blockchain and they get paid. That particular computer earns some Bitcoin. So the transactions are being verified by the Bitcoin protocol, and they're getting consolidated into a bundle. And then all these different computers are trying to solve the computer problem that will allow them to be the one to put their bundle onto the blockchain as the next block. And if their block gets put on the blockchain, they get rewarded in Bitcoin. But before all of that happened, the Bitcoin protocol is doing all of this transaction verifying and validation and making sure there was no double spins and all of that. Okay, that's all part of the proof of work concept for Bitcoin and Ethereum. Proof of stake is different. And I'm not going to be able to tell you the ins and outs of how proof of stake works. I can tell you that on a proof of stake network, there are stakers, I'll call them. They're called different things on different platforms. And these stakers put up a bunch of money. And then somehow by putting up all this money, they're doing the validation process of transactions. And I was not prepared to answer that question because you guys are supposed to bring me easy questions, and that's a hard question. I would have to research in order to get the right language and put it out there how proof of stake works. And I might do that on another call. I can just do a little bit of research and get my language worked out correctly. But what I do know is your cryptocurrencies are put up as for staking, and the idea is that if you put up your money on a proof of stake platform, you're less likely to want to damage the platform, because if you do something to damage the platform, your money's going to be kept. It's kind of like putting up a deposit, and if you do something to break the network, your money is going to be kept by the platform and you don't get it back. So that's sort of the general reason why proof of stake was conceived, is it allows for much more transactions to be processed at a time than proof of work. So oftentimes we don't want to become a staker because there's a lot of responsibility for being a staker. One is your computer can never go down. If your computer goes down, you might lose some of your stake. You don't just have to do nefarious things to lose your stake. Your computer has to stay running all the time and running the protocol. Okay, so one way to do staking without actually being a staker is to be what's called a delegator. Now, different platforms call it different things. I'm using the language for the Cardano platform. Cardano is a proof of stake blockchain. And on Cardano, you can be a staker, I believe is what it's called, or you can be a delegator. Now, I don't want the responsibility of being a staker, so I delegate some of my cryptocurrency, my ADA currency. I delegate it to a particular staker, whatever the heck they're called. I have to look them up. I delegate my cryptocurrency to a staker, and then I get a percentage of his rewards. So when the staker validates transactions, he earns some kind of reward, just like on the Bitcoin platform. And when we delegate our funds, our cryptocurrencies to that staker, we get a portion of what he earned as the actual staker. So it's kind of, think of it as like earning a dividend or earning interest. That's the way I look at it.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is like, I have to like do a total 180 in my head, because there's so much more information than what I've learned as being, a trader and what I did before. But how do you choose a staker, or is one chosen for you, or?
Good question. So for Cardano or in general?
Well, because I'm specifically looking at Cardano and Polkadot, yes, but Cardano, because it is a proof of stake. That's why I'm, that piece I have no knowledge of.
Okay, I can answer that question, and I'm glad you want to talk about Cardano, because I've done the most research on Cardano on how to do the proof of stake. I also do some staking on the Tezos platform, but I'm going to say that I cheat, and I'm going to tell you about what I mean by I cheat on that, and I do it the simplest way possible. So there's a couple of different ways that I can tell you for sure of how to stake on Cardano. Because I got in Cardano early on, I downloaded the Cardano wallet, their official wallet, onto a laptop, and it's called Daedalus. And it's kind of spelled funny, so I'm going to bring it up here so you can see it. So here's the website for downloading the Daedalus wallet. And you can see, hopefully you can see how it's spelled. So
that's about the guy who flew too close to the sun, right? With wax wings, Daedalus.
I don't know.
Yeah,
No, that's Icarus.
Yeah, that's Icarus.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
He's another Greek myth, but I don't remember.
Sorry.
So the Daedalus wallet is the one that I downloaded originally. And you can go to this website and download it if you choose. I'm going to tell you a simpler way to stake, though, because working with the Daedalus wallet is not the easiest. If you're not techie at all, tech savvy at all, it can be a little frustrating. Your clock timer on your laptop has to be completely in sync in order for your connection to the Cardano network to work. And I've had some issues with it over the years I've used it, and I've managed to get them all solved, thank goodness. But I do most of my staking, and I do all of my staking in Cardano right now in the Daedalus wallet. And in the wallet, which I can't open up right here, and I wouldn't anyway because you could see too much private information. But if you open the Daedalus wallet, there is a tab that you can go to for staking. And when you go to the staking tab, it will list probably hundreds and hundreds of different stakers, or I can't remember if that's what they're actually called, but or stakeholders, maybe they're called.
Are they like miners?
No, they're not miners, they're stakers. And how to choose one of those hundreds is tricky. And there's a website somewhere that I'm not going to remember. I'll have to do some research to show you what that is sometime. But there is a website that will compare Cardano stakers for you. Let me see if it comes up when I type in compare Cardano stakers. Stake pool operation. How to stake Cardano and earn interest. There is a platform that is a really nice platform for staking, for comparing stakers on Cardano. And I wasn't prepared to answer all these hard questions. So to try to figure out where that is, I haven't looked at that for years because I've already got my stakers picked out. I'd have to go back and look at all my research I've already done and find that website. But there is a website where you can compare the stakers stake pool. Let me see if I type in stake pool comparison, compare Cardano stake pools. Choosing a stake pool. Let's see what this Viper one does. 7 things to consider when choosing a Cardano stake pool. This is a great website because there are certain things you want to look for when you pick a staker. What, and make there, and don't ask me what they all are. I would go read this to be able to tell you what they are. Pool their performance, importance factor, blah blah blah, support decentralization. They've got all these things that you can consider when trying to choose a stake pool. Low fees, high reliability, open communication. These are all important things, but they don't have the list. Viper is one of the stake pool operators. That's probably why they did this website, because they want you to choose theirs. Adder's another stake pool, but I said that there's hundreds of them. And so trying to find that website that compares them would take some time to figure out where it is. It's probably further down Google's search engine now. But I'm going to tell you a way that you can do this that will make it easy on you. You don't have to choose it. So the wallet that I like to recommend beginners to use is the Exodus wallet. I'll put that up here so you can see it. This is, I think, the easiest and beautiful wallet to use. And one of the reasons I like it is it has a desktop version and a mobile version, and they sync together. So whatever you do on the mobile version, it will show up on your desktop version. Whatever you do on the desktop version, it'll show up on your mobile version. And it's the thing I like about Exodus, and you'll appreciate this, Deanna, is that you maintain control of your private keys in the Exodus wallet. You don't generally know where they are, really. You don't ever see them. Oh, let me turn this heat off. I'm wondering why it's hot. You don't ever see them, and you don't need to. You just need to know that they're there. And you also want to be very careful about being connected, to the internet, in my opinion, because there is some security risk with having a wallet connected to the internet, which is why cold wallets, hardware wallets, are so popular. But I like the Exodus wallet a lot because it's easy, it's so easy to use, and it's beautiful. And I can see it on my phone, and I can see it on my desktop. If you buy ADA, from, let's say, Coinbase, you can then send your ADA to your Exodus wallet address. And once your ADA gets into the Exodus wallet, you can stake it inside the Exodus wallet. And Exodus has partnered with one of the stake pool operators at Cardano. So you don't have to pick one of the hundreds and hundreds there are to choose from. They've already picked a good one. So you can stake it right inside of Exodus. You can earn your rewards, and you don't have to worry about all of the technical details of trying to manage the dataless wallet.